try it again.
Turn in.
Ready.
And you're a lot faster.
Get it flat.
One minute left.
Whoa, I expect no less. I can be patient. Wait till the right time, baby. Coming out. Oh, yeah, I didn't do it.
20 seconds left. Yep.
How about Jim, you're taking me out? It wasn't track's fault.
5 seconds left.
All right.
Heat over.
Let's get this pretty going now. We have been. It just hasn't been going well.
All right. Temporarily, Jim Wood and Gary Warden are leading. That'll be short-lived. Mark Connors and Victor Abreu are tied for third place. James Benz and Rick Swartz are tied for fifth place. Jim Wood and Gary lead with 22 laps. Mark Connors and Victor Abreu 21 each, and James and Rick 20 each. Fast laps. Mark Connors turned the fastest lap of the heat with a 5.139. Gary Warden turned a 5.232, and Jim Wood turned a 5.347 on red. Victor Abreu turned a 5.343, James Benz a 5.340, and Rick Swartz a 5.357. So we're going into the second heat. Hopefully it'll be less wrecks than on that first heat. And let's go back to the cameras and just see what we get here. Well, you don't have any neighbors this time. You don't have any neighbors this time.
Ready. Go. Go. Halfway through the race. 1 minute left. Go.
There you go. You're fast.
Yep.
You're very fast. Stay with it. Green, please. Thank you, sir.
I think my car just needed to rest a couple weeks.
It might have. Might have. I just got to drive my race.
Go.
You're running red good there, Mark.
Well, when I'm getting off of this, I'm gonna be racing over the other people.
When you get off of what?
Off of red. Now I can go ahead and run.
Okay. Gary Warden has taken the lead single-handedly with 45 laps. Jim Wood in second place with 44 laps. Victor Abreu and Mark Connors each at 43. James Benz and Rick Swartz each at 42. So we got quite a race going on here. Fast laps. Gary Warden turned a 5.154 on orange. Jim Wood turned a 5.254 on green. Victor Abreu a 5.250 on blue. Mark Connors turned a 5.210 on red, which is a good lap. James Benz turned a 5.370 on black. Rick Swartz a 5.395 on yellow. Gary Warden is the only one that got 23 laps that heat, and so that gave him the lead. Okay, let's go back to racing.
Yellow flag.
Gary, appreciate you waiting on us. White. Boy, Mark, you're fast. I think I'm just slow. Might actually have to work on my car one day.
Yellow flag.
Whoever took Mark out, thank you.
Ow. My fault.
Should have run them on their little track.
Ow.
Heat over.
Okay, got Gary Warden still in the lead with 67 laps. Jim Wood and Mark Connor tied for second place with 66 laps. Victor Abreu in third place with 65 laps. Rick Swartz with 64 and James Benz with 63. Not really sure how James fell off, but he lost a lap that heat. Mark Connor picked up 23 laps that heat, so that brought him in a tie with Jim Wood. And Mark is fast, Gary is fast, and Rick Swartz is fast today. So we'll have to see how this plays out. It's going to be interesting. If I can keep it in the slot, I might have a shot, but it's going to be not likely because I am definitely slower than they are. Both Mark and Gary turned 5.1s that heat. Gary with a 5.185 on white, and Mark on green with a 5.172. And I haven't been able to turn them kind of laps all day. So let's go back and see where we are on the race. I don't, well, I don't have any brake on this car. Who did that? What lane? Did you do that? You caused all that? Okay, Gary Warden is leading with 90 laps. Mark Connor is second place with 89, and Jim Wood third place with 87. Rick Swartz with 86. Also Victor Abreu with 86. James Benz 85. Fast laps. Mark Connors had the fastest lap with a 5.234 on blue. Gary Warden turned a 5.346 on red. James Benz turned a 5.340 on orange. Victor Abreu turned a 5.467 on black, and Rick Swartz turned a 5.489 on white. And Jim Wood turned a 5.44. I'm sorry, I got some of those wrong. Victor Abreu had a 5.265. Mark with 5.142, and Gary a 5.276, and James a 5.185. Jim Wood was the slowest with a 5.440. Rick Swartz turned a 5.355. So let's go back to racing. I would hate that to happen. Got 3 cars and only one of them in runnable condition. no parking there, Victor. All right. Here we go. Already got it. Heat over.
Heat over.
Yep. There it goes. Finally.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will, but not while I'm driving.
Halfway through the race. 1 minute left.
Feel like my car sped up. No, not with a 5.3 fast lap.
Heat over.
My imagination. Gary Warden and Mark Connors are tied for first place. Who is in the front with you two? Are you ahead? Gary is fighting Mark off beautifully. Things may change in the next couple of heats. Gary Warden with 135, Mark Connors with 135, Jim Wood and Victor Abreu each with 130, James Benz 128, Rick Swartz 128. Fast laps. Mark Connor turned a 5.156, Gary Warden a 5.253, Victor Abreu a 5.270, Rick Swartz a 5.326, Jim Wood with a 5.313, and James Benz with a 5.399. So we'll go back to the track and see what's going on and watch some more racing.
My space. I'm blue.
Yes, you're between blue and yellow.
Yep. You kids have got to learn to get along. We're gonna draw a line on the floor, and if you cross it, you're
Get
gonna put your nose against the wall.
Get your foot stomped. Yeah, you're fast.
Yellow flag.
Oh, thank you.
This is bandwagon. Nope. That's the idea, isn't it? That's our main goal. You have our rain tires on? Right there.
It won't hurt it. Oh, I got you.
See, I let off that time. Nice job, that's for sure. Gentlemen, figure I didn't want to be knocked off.
Last heat. All right, Mark Connor and Gary Warden. Oh, Mark Connor took the lead with 158. Gary Warden with 157. Mark Connor rotates to orange. That's going to give him the dominance over Gary, if I'm correct on that lane rotation. So Mark's going to walk away with this. So we got Mark Connor 158, Gary Warden 157, Jim Wood way down at 153, Victor Abreu 152, James Benz and Rick Swartz each with 150. Fast laps, we have Mark Connor with a 5.012. Jim Wood finally got in the 5.1s on orange, which should have been at a 5.0. Gary Warden turned a 5.240 on purple, which is a good lap. Now he goes to black. Gary can run black pretty good, so he should hold on to second place comfortably. Jim Wood rotates to white. Victor Abreu goes to red, and James Benz goes to blue. Rick Swartz goes to purple. So let's see what happens with this last heat. Well, so much for that plan. I gotta get some brake off. You didn't get by him. What are you thanking him for?
What in the world?
Thank you for waiting for you. Oh, y'all back on the same lap.
We've been on the same lap.
Well, you had him on at the end of the heat. You were showing one lap more. All right, here we go. James Ben, what are you doing to me? Sorry, brother. You are dogging me, fixing to pass me. That wouldn't be nice. That would not be nice.
And it's coming down.
Good.
Purple.
Well, who's in lead for first place? We're going to need to get pictures also. Mama said there'd be days like this.